Hello folks, starting now, must do steps to master DILR for CAT. I'm pretty unhappy with saying must do step. I feel like I like an open canvas for preparing in any style. But I'm going to try my best to give one pattern, not the pattern, but a pattern that has worked for people about how to approach LRDA. It's a beautiful section. I'm going to break this as what are the tasks to do, and then go on to the more intangible things. And to keeping that in mind. Task to do. There are a bunch of templates in LRDA that you've got to crack. So you have to understand simple graphs, simple charts, bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, get them going. Simple puzzles with one question to go with them, set of 3 questions, basic arrangement puzzles, basic direction puzzles, maybe some coding, decoding, some set of standard LRDA things which are simply not tested in CAT these days, but give you a pathway to go to the tougher territory in CAT. That is the starting step, because if you've simply not done any LRDA in life, you're starting from absolute scratch. Sometimes CAT level questions can be intimidating, right? So they can be shocking. You don't have a path for how to get there. So simple data interpretation, which is bar graph, line graph, charts, pie charts, simple word problems, tables, all of them. Simple logical reasoning, seating arrangement, sequencing, selection, tournaments, visualization, standard templates, basic fare. You can find lay your hands on. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on the internet. Cover the ground on that, and then pause. Take CAT level sets. Take one previous year mock paper. See that paper to get a good sense of, hey, what is the level of challenge you're looking for? Because logical reasoning and data interpretation, this section has been tweaked in the last decade, been made more beautiful, been made more challenging, been made more uncategorizable. There's no syllabus for this. You can't say, I solved these 14 templates, I'm good. I solved these 140 questions, I'm good. There is no such thing. You can solve 100 puzzles and get 101st to 105th one in the exam, which have nothing in similar with the first 100. Very much possible. So you cannot crack this like in a way of completing syllabus, right? So, but your sense of what they are testing just amps up if you see a bunch of previous year questions. So after you've done the basics, take a pause and say, look, I don't care about timing, I don't care about speed, I'm not taking this as a mock, I'm not taking this as a practice exam, I don't want to do this quickly, but I'm going to do 5 previous year LRDA sets slowly, methodically, and then pour over the solutions to get a sense of what is this am I signing up for? Is it a 100-meter race? Is it long jump? Is it high jump? Is it hockey? What is that? And so to get a sense of that, you do 5 sets from somewhere, you know what you're signing up for. Then your phase 2 starts, where you have to do lots of puzzles of different types, different templates, add a routine and rhythm to it, cover different genres, but focus on diversity, focus on a lot of variety in your way of solving. Pour over solutions, pour over thought processes, understand how the question setter has thought, understand how the original solution has gone through this, fine tune your processes. Sooner or later, you should get onto a treadmill which says, I'm doing 2 sets every week, amping up and going to 1 set per day. This is your gradation. A bunch of simple topics covered, maybe 6 weeks, 7 weeks of that. One, sitting down and taking stock of what is CAT level. We're doing actual CAT questions, 5 or 6 of them, going through the solutions, getting a sense of, okay, I know what this game is. Then getting onto a treadmill where you do different types, but tougher and tougher questions with focus on variety and focus on understanding solutions. Then creating a schedule for yourself which goes from 2 per week to 1 per day. By that time, you're doing quant and verbal, and you're doing mocks and practice exams, all of that. This is your pattern for preparation. Right? So, what is a mindset I want you to have? Right? So, you should be super curious about puzzle solving to activate that part of your brain which says, look, Sudoku puzzle, sign me up. Wordle, oh, I can have fun with it. There's a brain teaser somewhere, I'll try. To unjumble words, sign me up for it. Become curious and embrace this idea of puzzle solving. Too many of my students look at LRDA as a chore, as a pain in the neck, as something that's challenging with the incredible stress and time pressure and the drama of a 40-minute section, and they start thinking about all this in February, in January. So by the entire journey becomes one stress-packed journey. You have to. So one of the advantages of starting early is to figure out ways of going on a ride. and not always be thinking about ये mock में आएगा तो क्या करूँगा? Will I really attempt this question? Should I be thinking like this? Will I cover that too? Does this give a better return on time? Forget about all that. Be super curious. Be open and grab onto the idea of puzzle solving. Then very consciously use words like beautiful section, wonderful to solve, lovely and challenging, and all that, because I want you to embrace the idea that this is out of the box thinking. This is not on a template. Don't try to take LRDI as a section and a syllabus and put in a box and do these 25 templates and feel like you're ready. It is not possible. I've taken CAT maybe 10 or 12 of the last 14-15 years, and I can tell you that starting 2015, the LRDI sets are severely uncategorizable. I cannot look at a set and say, is this a tournament set? Is it a set? Is it a mathematical puzzle set? Is it a logical thinking set? Is it an arrangement set? No, they're not. A little bit of numbers, a little bit of concepts, a little bit of funda, a little bit of arrangement, all woven together. And so I can tell you that if you do 40 templates, you will get fiercely better at doing the 41st template. I must also tell you, don't hyper templatize it, because the moment you do that, you feel like, look, I've cracked all tournament puzzles. The new tournament puzzle is way different. And you get thrown off your game because you have not seen that tournament template. It's different, but not difficult. You're training to crack new templates. You're not taking templates and putting it into your bag and saying, "Ab syllabus khatam ho gaya." Syllabus karke ek चीज नहीं है for LRDI. इतना ही types of questions करके there is no list. There's no short list. There's no long list. There's no beautiful table of contents. You've got to embrace the idea that each puzzle is standalone, different. You've got to say, look, I'm going to be super curious, have fun solving lots of these puzzles. They'll automatically, unwittingly, subconsciously, intuitively get better at solving newer and newer puzzle frameworks. You will. I can bet that. I can bet my bottom dollar that if you do 40 different puzzles, you'll automatically become better at solving the 41st and 42nd and 58th and 65th. That will happen. That's built in. But this is, don't hyper categorize it. That's the one temptation that people have to say, "Maine khatam kar diya. I have finished." All of us have this fetish to say, "I have completed the syllabus." There is no such thing. There are no fixed template to chase for. Don't do that. Sooner or later, you have to explore the wild west that is LRDI with a sense of adventure and joy, not with a sense of time pressure and stress. I know it is easier said than done, but one thing is the pattern and sequence in which you do. Another thing is the attitude and the sense of free spiritedness that you carry, especially for this section. You have to take your chances. You have to gamble a little bit. You have to say, this template and that one, I'll try this, then go to that one. All of that you have to embrace. Right? For a long time, I was very risk averse in LRDI. If the thing jumps out with one possibility, my mind can't write down that one possibility without eliminating the other two possibilities as saying, look, this is not possible. I can't do it. I can't say this after 1, this is 2. I have to say after 1, it could be 2, 3 or 4. 3 and 4 are not possible. Therefore, it is 2. Even though the likelihood of it being 2 is very high. And so I had to embrace a little bit of gambling, a little bit of looking at choices, a little bit of taking a sneak, and all of that. So you have to embrace that idea of freewheeling a little bit, not putting hyperstructure onto it. It is super important. The last lap of preparation, as ever, going to be mocks. The mocks and actual questions have the best content available. And so have a good plan. But one thing that you need to keep in mind right from day one, at least right after you finish the first phase, is that the best questions are previous year questions. You cannot have a preparation plan where you're not solving all of them. Lots of times students prepare and hoard previous year questions like as if they were a big diamond necklace, and suddenly they're on November 1st and they realize they have 120 previous year sets, not 120 but 65 previous year sets still there that they've saved up, of which they do 4 and the remaining 61 beautiful sets go unsolved. They're the best ones. So plan your hierarchy in a way where you do a ton of the previous year questions, you do all of the previous year questions way before CAT. Right? So embrace the spirit of adventure. Accept that this is not boxable. This is not, you cannot take LRDI and put it into a box. Embrace that. Accept that. And keep it as an article of faith, of trust. Believe me, because I'm telling you that even though you cannot crack all the templates, if you crack N templates, you'll automatically, beautifully, unfailingly become better at cracking n+1th template. Take it as an article of faith and keep doing different templates. It will fall in place. Fine. Best wishes, guys.